Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, my name is Matthew E. O'Neill. I am the #1 ranked editor for Everipedia.org. Everipedia is an internet encyclopedia set run for profit and has an office on Wilshire Boulevard in Santa Monica, California. Everipedia rivals Wikipedia, except we have video capabilities and an enhanced reference section. My articles can be found on Google.com and Bing.com. My name is Matthew E. O'Neill, O''Neil, and I have over 15,000 edits, which makes me the #1 editor of all time. I have a Master of Business Administration from Regis University. I graduated in 2004. I also competed in USA Boxing sanctioned matches. My best win was beating Preston Hartzog when he was a member of the federally funded U.S. Army World Class Athlete Program. I beat him on October 8, 1999 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The Hartzog fight was covered by Max Boxing in 2018 and Into Boxing in 2020. I'd also like to point out to our listeners that I have one biological son. My son's name is Dan Marshall. Dan was born in December of 2000 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. His mother's name is Patricia Marshall, and her maiden name was Cronshaw. Dan has an aunt named Susan Cronshaw that lives in Cornwall, Ontario. He also has a cousin named Stacy Ponzo and Destiny Ponzo. They are also from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. My son is a Canadian, and he is 20 years old now. I have created up near 50 articles for MTK Global's Boxers. MTK Global is located in the United Arab Emirates. It was formerly located in the United Kingdom. And it is the premier boxing and MMA promotional and management company. I created the Mark Dickinson page. Mark Dickinson was born on July 7, 1999. He's a former amateur boxer that signed a professional boxing contract with MTK Global in 2021. Dickinson began his amateur boxing career in grammar school. As an amateur boxer, he was affiliated with Berkeley ABC. In 2017, he won gold medals at the European Youth Championships and Commonwealth Youth Games. In May of 2019, Dickinson was selected to compete at the 2019 European Games in Minsk, Belarus. He competed in Ireland in 2015, and he also competed at the 2019 World Championships in Russia. He lost a unanimous decision. According to BoxRec, Dickinson's amateur record is 19 wins and 5 losses. However, that is not completely accurate. Dickinson is highly touted and will be a great future pro. I also created the Lenny Fuller Everipedia page. Lenny Fuller was born on June 29, 1994. He is a professional boxer. He signed with MTK Global in 2021. Fuller is from Maidstone, United Kingdom. He started boxing when he was 12 years old. He had a few amateur fights, but gave it up a couple of years later. But he came back to compete at the age of 18 in unlicensed boxing matches. Now, Fuller is of English traveler origin. As of January 2021, he has a professional record of 10 wins and 1 loss and is ranked 206th in the welterweight division in the world by BoxRec. Fuller has stated that he'd like to drop down in weight, 1 weight division, or possibly be a junior welterweight. Lenny Fuller made his pro debut on May 12, 2018, with a win over Dale Arrowsmith. On September 20th, 2019, he defeated undefeated Kingsley Agabanuki. Fuller also holds a noteworthy win over Joshua Ajakopovic. He competed once in 2020 with a win over Berman Sanchez. All of his matches have occurred in the United Kingdom. Lenny Fuller has competed at the Maidstone Leisure Center, Indigo at the O2, North Knots Arena, and York Hall. I'd like to say that I reached out to Lenny Fuller on Facebook.com. and I gave him a copy of the Everipedia page that I created. And he responded back to me and acknowledged that I made the page for him. Fuller is a good boxer. He has a lot of ability in the sport, and I anticipate he will have a long career. Of course, the global coronavirus pandemic has slowed down a lot of boxers' careers. It has affected their training schedules and a lot of their future matches. But I anticipate that he will resume his career and have a very successful pro career. I also created a Paul Ryan page. Paul Ryan was born in 1999, and he's a former amateur boxer that signed a professional boxing contract with MTK Global in 2021. Ryan is from Ireland. He is trained by Gerald McDade. Ryan had an extremely memorable career as an amateur, as he won 3 Irish national titles. Ryan began boxing in grammar school. He also won a European silver medal in 2013 and a world bronze medal in 2015, won 6 Dublin titles. The former amateur boxing star signed with MTK Global. He is affiliated with a number of top-flight boxing coaches. He also teamed up with Coach Hector Bermudez, who trains the likes of T.J. Doheny. So that's a young boxer on the rise with MTK Global. His name is Paul Ryan, and I created his page. This is Matthew E. O'Neill, and I have actually made over 15,000 edits for Everipedia and created up near 50 pages for MTK Global's boxers. MTK Global is the manager of Tyson Fury. Fury won the heavyweight championship in 2015 by beating Vladimir Klitschko, and he also won the WBC title in 2020 by defeating Deontay Wilder. MTK Global was founded in 2012 by Daniel Kinahan and Matthew Macklin. The current CEO of the company is Bob Yalen. Yalen was affiliated with ABC Wild World of Sports for many years. I also created a Akeem Ennis-Brown page. Akeem Ennis-Brown was born on September 14, 1995 in the United Kingdom. He's an English professional boxer that held the British and Commonwealth light welterweight titles until August 2021. He's promoted by MTK Global. As of September 2021, he's ranked 47th in the world in his weight division by BoxRec and holds a record of 14 wins and 1 loss. He lost a 12-round decision to Sam Maxwell on August 28, 2021 for the Commonwealth and British light welterweight titles. I also gave a copy of the Akeem Ennis-Brown Everipedia page to Brown's Facebook. I gave him a copy of it. Brown turned pro in 2015, scored a 4-round points decision victory against Ibrar Riaz. Brown won the English title. After compiling a record of 8 wins and 0 losses, he faced reigning champion Glenn Foote for the English light welterweight title on July 16, 2017. Brown captured his first pro title with a majority decision victory. European title. Akeem Ennis-Brown became IBF European light welterweight title champion on December 14, 2018 at York Hall in London. He defeated Dara Foley. MTK Global manages over 300 professional boxers. They also manage many elite MMA fighters as well. And I've had the pleasure of creating the pages for them. MTK Global On Everipedia is an audio book on Amazon.com. It can be found on Audible and Audible UK and the United Kingdom. From a personal perspective, I don't think there will ever be a great heavyweight under 6 feet tall ever again. I competed in USA boxing in the late 90s beating Preston Hartzog and Jeffrey Knockin. Hartzog was Vitaly Klitschko's primary sparring partner when he fought Lennox Lewis in 2003. Hartzog was interviewed by ESPN when Vitaly Klitschko fought Lennox Lewis. Of course, Lennox Lewis beat Vitaly Klitschko, but Preston Hartzog helped Vitaly Klitschko for that fight. That's my best win, beating Preston Hartzog. I'm only 5 feet 11 inches tall, and I just don't think that in the modern era another great heavyweight champion will be less than 6 feet tall. Mike Tyson was a great boxer, but the day of the shorter heavyweight, I think that's probably over with now. So another page, so I've created the Akeem Ennis Brown page, Paul Ryan, Mark Dickinson, and Lenny Fuller pages. All of those pages can be found on MTK Global On Everipedia, which is an audio book on Amazon.com. Thank you.